Hello everyone and welcome back to the Intel Esports Arena for our last map between these two teams. It's Ninjas in Pyjamas and LDLC, and we're going to be closing out the series and working out if it's going to be a 2-0 or a 1-1 as we get into Nuke. Snods,
Jack,
what are your thoughts on Nuke?
The map itself, I actually quite like it. Obviously, favoured now for the CT side, obviously for the Ts. Haven't really got as many options as you had before. Removing the railing towards outside, getting outside control is quite one-dimensional now, it seems. You know, smokes towards outside, getting down the lower steps, whereas before you could go towards garage, under heaven, lurk above heaven on the rafters, and things are a lot more open to the Ts. And now it seems quite one-dimensional in terms of A-splits, ramp pushes, and apart from that, you've run out of ideas.
Yeah, I mean, that is true. Obviously, a lot of changes for Nuke in its recent history as they're trying to shake it up. It's a map that LDLC have played a few times.
A lot. Mouse Sports, Heroic, they lost to... Gosh, was that the game they were 13-2 up on?
I think so.
I think that was. I think it was, yeah.
Yeah.
They were 13-2 up versus Mouse Sports, and they lost that on Nuke. They also were 15-13 up on Nuke versus Heroic. They lost that one as well. A lot of overtime losses for the team of LDLC.
Yeah, it's also a map, that's what I was going to say. It's the fact that they've played it a lot, but by no means are they especially good on it. It seems like they still struggle and have lost the majority of games they've played. So yeah, it leaves in a bit of an awkward position. Going up against Ninjas in Pyjamas on this as well, it's going to be a bit of a shake-up, really, for me. I don't really know how this one can go down, but I feel like most of the overall, it should be a nip win. LDLC, can they find anything? I mean, it doesn't even really help their standings at all at this point.
NIP or LDLC?
LDLC, it's kind of done.
I mean, well, it definitely does. I mean, if they win this one, they get to 19 and they match Envious. But the issue there is Envious will play 2 less maps.
Yeah.
And Envious have 2 more maps to get that 1 win to then be ahead again. So the same story arc, continues. I'm pretty sure that it means, LDLC are guaranteed to play these, relegation matches as a bare minimum, even if they avoid the auto relegation. But Fnatic still on 19 after getting 2-0 by FaZe as well, so fairly close. Yeah,
it's just the fact that, I mean, Envy have a couple of easier opponents, per se, that they have to play off against, where LDLC will still have some really tough games. It's not looking good for them at all throughout the rest of the season at this point. I mean, if you 2-0'd it, maybe it could have gone that way, but it wasn't the case. Let's actually have a look at the odds as well and see how they look for this last matchup.
Oh, they're actually a bit more favoured here for LDLC. Obviously, before it was 4 to 1.2. Now it's 3.75. So obviously, the reason the odds have come down a little bit is because Nuke, better map here coming out for LDLC. So, there's good money to be made there for LDLC, but with how the roster's gone and how the recent form has been, you can't really put money on them at this point. If you feel like you risk out there, then fair enough.
Yeah, I don't think it's worth it. I think this is going to be the NIP 2-0, but we are ready. We're going to be getting into the action here and kicking this one off on our second map and our very last installment for the day. So let's get underway with this, Snots.
Yes, indeed, Jack. The last map of the night. LDLC. Starting on the T side here. As Maniac lights things up already towards garage. Draken taken out of the equation as Gerard's going to go down towards the CT vents. As they make their way in towards B. Alex up close. 180 flick there onto Gerard. He was standing still. Gets annihilated by the Glocks, but actually it's going to be the A play here. Forest up close towards Hub. Goes 1 for 1. And now Rez through the CT vent. Gets the first frag. Into the 2 versus 3 now. He's going to try and charge onto the side, but from behind. Maniac connects the shots with the P250 once again. And now Draken in the 1 versus 3.
Oh, see where it will go from here then. Draken coming through, looking for the frags as he taps down a few times, but couldn't quite connect on anyone just yet. They do double face, and they kill Draken. LDLC actually pick up the open pistol.
Yeah, I mean, quite smart play actually from LDLC. They go towards outside garage. Maniac finds the first headshot there onto Draken, which means the A main player, Get Right, has to rotate towards the CT vent towards B. Alex gets the frag in towards vent. They then split the A site through vent and through huts. They trade their frags. They find themselves the first round again. So LDLC, they still show us they can have effectiveness on these pistol rounds, but it's always them getting reset versus the pistols from NIP, it seems.
Smoke's going down. 20. They're going to try and find the early kill here, but what can he actually muster up as he pushes round? Alex is going to go in first. This should be a round for LDLC, but it can still definitely go in the favor of NIP. We've seen that countless times where they trade these rounds back and forth. LDLC, though, on Nuke, it's definitely more of their home territory. So let's see. Devil comes through, annihilates Draken. Still a minute left on the clock as it falls into a 4v4.
More frags to be found as well, it seems. Twani, Alex, find one apiece, and from the original 5 versus 4, which was found off the back of the Deagle from Forest, the advantage now lies with LDLC. 4 versus 2. Rez, Get Right, both wood and the CZ Kevlar. Have a lot on their plate. 35 seconds left. The bomb outside A main. As they still hold patiently here. They're waiting for the flank to come in, throw A main. They are going for the split towards the A side. As the bomb going through the squeaky door. Get Right pushing in closer. Could have perfect timing behind them though here, Jack.
Door opens. They burst out. Get Right finds the headshot though. Takes down Twani. Bomb going to be planted by Devil. As Rez is coming up, he's raring to go. Get Right still punishing them. He's done all the damage with the CZ. I mean, the bomb hasn't gone down yet. Alex does have time. He's going to plant just the nick of time. They,
oh my God,
try to deny it. That could have been awkward. I mean, if he actually found that frag on Maniac, Alex came off the bomb plant. If he would have ducked back, that round would have been done.
We saw an IP go for the audacious force buys over and over again on the T side of Inferno when it was only one player surviving from LDLC. But on the CT sides, they will be more tentative here. And reluctant to go for such a heavy investment, as the CT side economy is so much more fragile. So, CZ for Devil. UMP now for Logan as well. As the other's going to have Alex here onto the side, just appear in from above and take the long-range jaws versus the pistol.
Alex, very easy kills right now. Oh, 3 frags towards outside as they attempt to defy him. Twanu as well, caught in combat here between Rez. Looking to just close it down. Devil with a 2K will finish things up, and that's all 3 rounds claimed off the back of the pistol for LDLC. Now the buy will come out for Nip, and this is where it gets real.
Round number 4. 3-0 here. As we go into the first buy round, NIP investing into the 5 rifle setup. No AWP going to be coming out for Draken as of yet. He did go for the force buy into the second round. So, instead, Dennis playing close towards Red. Peering into the smoke here, jumps on top of the pretty great spots out the head there from Twani from above. And Maniac this time, not on the silos as of yet. Logan in the exact same position, trying to survey the smokes and find out exactly where the hell Dennis is. But even Alex gets tagged as well, it seems, from far away. The dink lands and the headshot. Double dink does prevail, but Maniac with the fast reply here. 4 versus 2 as the heat and the round is on.
Molotov down, they're going to push straight through it. Forest will kill Devil. Now it's just Maniac that's left in the 1 versus 4. Eventually picked to pieces there by Get Right that will punish him from the elevated angle. This is where it gets a little bit awkward, obviously, for LDLC. Nipra now into a good position. Just depends if they can add to this lead, to grow with it.
Cannot afford to be reset here. Same can be said for LDLC. Big round for both these teams here. As if that is to lose this one, they run out of cash to buy and they're going to be forced onto an eco. And at that point, you could be seeing a 3-3 scoreline. Ooh, Twani though. First frag onto Dennis. Opens up the squeaky door, connects it in towards A main. And now we see a 5 versus 4 here in favor of LDLC. Bomb left towards T-spawn as is the slow default coming through. Alex here. Hoping that we see that same sort of aggression from the last round. Minute 15 left on the clock, and LDLC might just abuse the advantage they have right now. Stack up together as a unit, maybe group towards A, split through A main, through Squeaky, through Heart, and trade the frags and refrag their teammates. And at that point, they will always have the advantage. The round should be theirs, but they are going to be grouping, as it seems, towards Radio Room, and eventually ramp as Rez is here. Molotov goes out early, tries to delay LDLC as long as possible, Jack, as there's 50 seconds left, and I'm still unsure where they're going to go.
Well, they slowly go for this push down. Making their play in towards the A site. Sorry, towards the ramp, and then down and towards the B site, rather. Go right and go lurking around at A, trying to work out what exactly is going on, but here comes the initial push now. Through ramp, down and towards B. Alex finds that headshot. Takes down Draken. Now it's looking pretty good. It's only Rez, Get Right, and Forest that remain. It's going to be a hard-fought fight for them to actually get it back in their favor. There should be a reset round coming out in favor of LDLC as Maniac and Devil find a killer piece. Alex in the events will tackle Get Right. And that's the reset round and the 4th picked up for LDLC now on their T side.
4-1 then. LDLC get the reset back onto NIP, and in terms of cash, it's not looking good. They could save this one though. Jack, obviously, Dennis couldn't buy into the next one, but could go for a Pyjamas buy. Apart from that, they are going to get $1,900 as their round loss bonus into the next round, so they can save this one, get the $1,900, buy up into round number 7, and try and fight back from a 5-1 deficit. As LDLC group towards outside. 5 players stacked towards outside from NIP as the 4 players holding this one angle. And it may work, actually. Molotov goes in. Peeks as well as they're expecting a overface from NIP, but if you're NIP and you hear all the grenades being thrown and deployed towards outside, you're not going to push this. You're going to be wait until your trap is sprung.
Slow and steady push here towards outside as they try and make their way down. Rez just going to be holding the angle, looking to try and find the entry with the AWP here as the push comes around. Alex on the extension gets both kills. Alex, a hat trick, the frags picked up as he decimates them all. Alex is on for the quad kill. Absolutely outstanding.
Well, well, well. 1 versus 5 now for Dennis. Alex 1 frag away from the ace, but obviously eco ace, not quite the same stature and kudos after obtaining that one. One will go down. Dennis, if he finds a frag here, means he will be able to buy an M4 actually into the next round, so quite an important deagle kill to come out here because actually no, he needs 2 frags. If he gets 1 kill, he'll go to 1750. Plus the 1900, he'll be on 3,650, so he'll be $100 away from M4 Kevlar. So, either way, needs 2 kills, and seems unlikely LDLC are going to give that away.
Alex is on the hunt. Decides against it, though. Doesn't want to make his play up through the vents. He's happy with what he's done into the round already. So that is going to be a 5th round now for LDLC. Oh, Dennis trying to get the kill he needs with the deagle, but it doesn't come out. That's a clean round there from LDLC.
Clean indeed. 5-1 then. And this is what NMP was saving for. Orb going to be vested into by Draken straight away. Has the armor as well to back it up. Shotgun for Get Right. And a UMP for Dennis. So, 2 M4s. Orb for Draken. UMP for Dennis. As they have the Molotov to work with. The fuse get onto Draken with the Orb. So they have that to fall back onto, potentially. But LDLC so far on their T side looking strong. Alex wants to get onto Salo, holding for the lower stairs peak, but it's Dennis this time getting aggressive towards that side. The passive hold from Twana with the AWP, expecting aggression here. There you go, Alex from above will connect it. Let's Draken with the AWP towards the AC position.
Flashbang coming over. Quick shot there from Draken as well to get the 2nd shot. Take down Logan. Rez comes through with that frag on Maniac, so it's now returned to form in favor of Nip, but Devil, he's got other ideas. Stretches this round out a little bit more. A bit of an awkward shot there from Twanu, but he does connect it onto Get Right. The B site is open. Draken and Forest, they're both grouped up at A. Twanu just trying to delay, keep them on their toes. Goes for the push-up, close through hut. Devil making his play around, clearing out these angles. Actually going to go the whole way back up and go for the backstab on towards the A site to try and support his teammate. It's a very risky round. He spots out Draken, gets Draken incredibly low. Draken goes for the reface as well and goes down because of it. It's all up to Forest now with the 1 versus 1. Devil goes for the flashbang, pushes in. Forest didn't have the confidence to hold the angle. His head was exposed. That's the kill from Devil. Gives him a haircut, grabs the free AWP. And another round for LDLC there. That is just horrific.
Yeah, 6-1 then. 5-run advantage now gained and gathered by LDLC, and this advantage might even grow here, Jack. They win this round, it goes to 7-1, and look at the buy, or lack of buy, you could say, from NIP, and this is likely to see. 2 CZs, 2 Deagles, Julies as well for Get Right. Kevlar only for Dennis as well. So, LDLC. On the unfavored side as well on Nuke, the terrorist side, winning the pistol, losing the first buy round, turning that into a reset round against NIP. And now swimming in money. $6,000, nearly $7,000 for Kevlar and Twani there as well. So, Ninjas going for the save here. But the real buy going to come into round number 9, and they need to shake things up soon.
Get Right. Classic play. Look how small the Julies are on the HUD.
Yeah, I know, they're a bit off-centered as well. It's quite annoying.
Very tiny. Well, push comes around. They're going to try and go for a ramp burst here into this one. Rez holding the close angle. Goes for a bit of a pepper spray off with a CZ, but couldn't actually connect the shots. He's killed by Logan. They can slip their way through and go for this attack on the B site. So once again, this is looking good for LDLC. I mean, this might be a 7th round here on their T side already. Rapidly accumulating those rounds. It's looking good for them. Get Right takes tons of damage as well. The entire site is ablaze. Devil finds the kill on Get Right. Twanu's low, but still alive, and it's just Dennis and Forrest that remain. Dennis, peekaboo's out on the bomb site, kills 2 before he's tackled by Alex, and it comes down to Forrest to really make the final blows count. He's got a Deagle. Now he's got no life. He is killed, finished off there by Twanu. LDLC get another round on the board as we move into number 9. It's a 1-7 scoreline. Very heavy favor here for the T's.
7-1, round number 9. LDLC looking strong on this map, and potential feeling of despondency as well. You know, the lack of hope. Nothing's been working for them as of late. They've had, you know, 1-for-1s, for example. They've had games where they've shown something great, but they always lose in those ones. Versus Mousesports, they could have gone 1-1. Versus Heroic, they could have gone 1-1. And each and every time, they fall short. LDLC did throw a lead last week, if you remember, Jack, when they were 13-2 up.
Yeah.
And they lost it. So that was definitely quite the sight to see. But with their Pro League life on the line, you would hope that they could try and compose themselves eventually. It's minute 15 left on the clock here. Still a 5 versus 5, no early exchanges as of yet. Obviously, the HG going into Maniac, and Forrest getting tagged low as well towards outside. But boost coming in towards Mustang. So, players from LDLC in towards the hub and radio in position. The flash is going in towards the A site. Here comes the A site assault.
Alex with the kill on towards Get Right. Logan as well. Comes back through. Dennis finally goes down. Maniac will go manic as he annihilates Rez, and it's just Draken that remains. And Draken wants nothing to do with what has occurred in this round. He's just going to get out of there, try and save the AWP. That'll be 8 rounds for LDLC, showing no signs of slowing down. If they actually do locate Draken and kill him as well, then things could get even worse for the side of Nip, and it's already going to be a hard next round for them.
One versus 4. Draken saving in towards T-Spawn. As they go 1-8 down. Should be a pause coming out from NIP. You would expect to see that. Obviously, they need to get the wins versus the, you know, lower caliber teams, or the underdogs in Season 7. You know, your Agos, your ADOCs. These are your must-wins for these Tier 1 teams. If you want a chance of securing their spot at the LAN Finals. And yes, the pause comes through now. You'd expect to be from NIP, as they have 3.4k across the board, so things get so awkward. If they go for the force here, it's, you know, FAMASs, UMPs, shotguns. If they save it, then they can see 9-1 scoreline, and LDLC can finish this one off 11-4 potentially, or, you know, even higher than that, maybe a 12-3. And on the T side as well of Nuke, if they win that second half pistol, Jack, it could be GG.
Yeah, it really could be. I mean, that's the way it seems to be going at this point. You can never really count them out, though, in terms of the Ninjas. They can always try and get something going for them. It seems to be a late round resurgence that tends to happen round in, round out. And the fact is, LDLC, they are very, very odd in terms of being able to close down rounds, even when they have such a mass advantage. So they can be their own worst enemy at times.
Going to be the quasi-buy coming out from NIP. Get right once again with the Julies. He must know something we don't, Jack.
He just loves a dually buyer. So
yeah.
He's always sort of gone for.
Seen it before many times in Pro League, but why does no one else adopt it? Jack and already onto low HP. The HE grenades do connect onto him. The splash damage breaking him down to just 18 health. And 20 left on the clock here. It is the quasi-buy, of course. Pistols, armor. Only a smoke onto Get Right, but apart from that, this is looking like a 9th round here for LDLC as long as they don't let things slip versus the pistols.
Forest. Set up for an early entry frag here against Alex, but Molotov will force him back, so he has to concede that control. 50 seconds now left on the clock into round number 10. This decides if it will be a second round for NIP or a 9th for LDLC, and obviously the buy is much stronger for LDLC, so it should be the latter scoreline adopted as Alex will kill Get Right. Push now comes out towards the site as the ground floor is completely clear. They're able to get the bomb planted and work around off the back of that as the bomb will start to go down. Nipper just left into a 4v4. The only weapon they have, of course, is on Dennis. Draken isolated. Dennis trying to decide what he actually wants to do, most likely going for the save. The rest of the team now just slowly setting up, looking for exit frags.
NIP is going to be saving here. Obviously, Rez, Forest, Dennis can all save their weapons, or Kevlar if you're Rez and Forest. Means they can go for the M4 buy, full utility. But it's going to go 1 to 8. Oh, 3 players there lining up from LDLC, but the pause was called by NIP in the last round, so let's see what it was for. What did they change? What are they going to bring out into round number 11? As LDLC currently looking unstoppable. Well, UMP is still going to be kept by Tuano, even though they're on $11,000. So maybe a fast call or a fast play. Oh, look at this, Jack. They're rushing in towards heart. This could be a ramp rush at this point. No AWP invested into for Tuano, but there's a reason behind it.
Yeah. Just bounding their way through, trying to go for the ramp plate. Rez trying to stay alive. Gets 1-0 a second on the adjustment there, but didn't quite do it. But luckily enough for NIP, Forest is just phenomenal right here. Able to defend the ramp with his life. And it works out very well for them. A 3K from Forest, nice frag apiece there from Rez and Get Right, and they close that one down. They stop the leak over at ramp.
Yeah, finally around here, and the pause called by LDLC, you would imagine. Reason being is they want to deny the momentum from being gained from NIP. So, still going to be the 7-round advantage here. LDLC are going to be very happy with this half. Nevertheless, even if it does all conclude in favor of the Ninjas, a 9-6 half on your T side of Nuke is stellar. If they get one more, they get to double digits, then oof, it's going to be hard to deal with if you're NIP once you do swap over to your T side.
Well, let's see. So we'll get back into it now and switch things up. See how things continue now. Early outside smoke's thrown there by LDLC. Smoke walls go up. Alex once again. Always a bit of a maniac towards outside. Can definitely get some nice entries going for himself. As the early damage comes through, Maniac takes a bit of a hit. Logan just a small sliver of HP knocked off him. They're just slowly pushing their way around, trying to get this map control and work off the back of it. As of right now, just grouped up, waiting for the push to come in. Devil, Height and Dango, everyone else just waiting to go for this push through, playing their default, looking for frags.
Yeah, slow round here from LDLC. They knew what they were doing was working, playing the slow, methodical style of CS. They were winning across the map. The duels, the calls were all working for them. The one round they do group up and go for a 5-man rush towards ramp. It doesn't go in their favor. They try to catch NIP off guard. The reason being is NIP take a pause. They have a tactic set in mind, and then you basically throw a spanner in the works and try and counter it by doing something crazy out of bounds. Flash comes in though, peek in towards team main. No, Devil instead. Maybe trying to lurk in towards Heaven here and get in from behind. In towards the safe side.
Rez comes through, kills Alex. It's a nice early opener, leaving it in a 4v4 now into the round as the push comes out. Get right and Rez get 2 huge frags. Devil and Logan also come into effect, and now it's just Draken in a 1 versus 2 versus Logan and Devil. That is another round picked up for LDLC. I mean, they are just having a monster affair on their T side right now. They look so crisp. Every round is just tremendous for them. You've reached double digits at this point. What more can they opt for? There is going to be a double up buy on Nip. Draken, though, armorless. Gone for the glass cannon, and Dennis with the AWP as well.
Reset for NIP. 10-2. 8 round deficit now for the Ninjas, and this doesn't look good. MP9 for Rez. 2 AWPs still into commission, though, from the Ninjas. Dennis and Draken going to be winning those. As Alex with the off angle catches Rez off guards. The submachine gun, the weakest part of the firearm arsenal from NIP, has been taken out of the equation. But if NIP loses round, Jack, they're going to be forced onto an eco, and we could be looking at 12-2 scoreline and NIP saving for the last round.
It's a good early start for LDLC. They've got the initial pick. They're looking for more. Draken with the AWP. The timing. Oh, he's going to be kicking himself. He'll be ferocious, but he does redeem himself with 2 very juicy frags. Looks for the third, but drops down. It's a bit of a magic trick as he pops back up. Tries to stay alive, looking for these kills, but eventually crumbles under the pressure there to Logan.
Bit questionable on the third re-peak there, as he may have actually given a chance for the round to be won for LDLC. He found 2 kills, fall back, play, you know, behind the double doors, go back in towards the long pit there and have the window angle as the cross onto the side, go in towards the decon door, open the decon door and hold the cross onto default. Round's as good as done at that point. Draken maybe trying to win this map single-handedly. And that could be the issue here, is the B site. Maybe the commitment from LDLC, but the bomb could be denied and the round's over.
Yep, Nipper won the round. So it works anyway. Well, that's good.
Yeah.
That's worked out well for them as they left it quite late to go for the plant there. Didn't clear out their angles, just assumed it would be okay, and they get punished because of it. So actually, Nip finds success in that round. This now leads them to try and keep it working off the back of the momentum as well. So it's round number 14, rather than it being now a 12... you know, so 12 rounds picked up for LDLC and things being switched up there. It's more the fact that now it could actually go towards the region of a 5-10, really.
Yeah, and that's winnable. Envious did it earlier. Envious won 10-5 when they were 10-5 down on Cobble versus a go. So, minute 30 left here as the push comes in towards the outside side. Dennis up close to the AWP. Oh, finessed Alex there, but a refrag comes out from Logan. 4 versus 4. As the push comes in towards ramp, Rez from behind. Going to be caught slacking. The B side completely up for grabs now for LDLC. 4 versus 3 as 20 comes in from behind, and Draken eventually has to fall back towards the B side. Not going to be expecting the push from outside this late.
Logan kills, get right. Draken just the last one trying to stay alive, but he's really quite far away from all the action and left in quite a horrible position as well. So there's the headshot from Twanu to knock him down and leave him absolutely destroyed. And that is going to be another round going the way of LDLC. I mean, They get the next one as well. It's a 12-3. They'll be in a pretty good position because there is the reset on Nip, so they don't really have too much to work with. It will be the investment of just whatever they can try and scavenge together. So you've got CZ, Deagle, lots of armor, but no real utility or actual firepower, so not looking too perfect. Ooh, Draken comes through, takes down to Twanu.
Yeah, 4 versus 4 here early on. Draken onto low HP. This is the last round of the half. Only 3 rounds accumulated by NIP so far. 4 versus 3. And with the double push coming in towards ramp here, Maniac with the perfect angle. Oh, spots out the leg there and the toes from Get Right. Forrest tries to go for the pre-aim onto the angle. I dealt with from 3 different angles actually. Devil from the site itself. Then 2 players from the rafter above. And now 1 versus 4.
Rez peeks out. Maniac spots him. He gets a little bit of a tap off, but Maniac will trade back onto him there with the AK and leave him down on the ground. So that is a 12-3 scoreline in favor of LDLC on their T side, remember? So they're now going to be switching over to that CT side. If they win the pistol, it should be as good as over.
Yeah. Emphasis on should, because of what we saw versus Mousesports. When LDLC had the 13-2 half and they let that one slip. Won't be forgetting that one anytime soon. But 12-3 here at the half. NIP maybe too cocky, maybe too confident after how one-sided Inferno was. In terms of the veto as well, you know, we know that LDLC, they like cash, they like Cobble. Big fans of Inferno and Nuke. Could you have picked a cash instead of a Nuke, for example, if you're NIP? Are you feeling confident, as they are in the top 4 right now, to go for these favored maps from their opposition? Maybe the confidence blessing them with a curse.
Well, we'll get that answer when we get into our second half here and see how it goes down. With NIP now moving on to their T side, they need to have a good start on the pistol. It's an absolute must. If they don't, and they don't get a bomb plant, it's the fact that 3 rounds could be picked up for free. There, at that point, it's match point. If they do get a bomb plant, they can try and get that the 3rd round buyout. So this will be a minimum of a 14-3 scoreline, though. So this pistol round is everything.
LDLC, we know that Alex likes to play towards the squeaky door in A main. As the HE grenade goes in. All a fluke though, all a ruse as they rush towards the ramp position. Maniac going to be here with the USP. Isolated, finds one. Dodging, darting around, but eventually going to be traded out here. As Forrest, Rez find a killer piece.
This is good for Nip. Puts them into a pretty good spot now as it's a 4v3. Logan as well is down. Alex finally pops up, but just meets his maker in Get Right, who gets 2 huge frags. And the 4th round goes the way of Nip.
12-4. As NIP make the pistols go 1 for 1, and surely LDLC don't lose another round, another game with this sort of advantage, but we will see. 3 SMGs, 2 UMPs for both Dennis and Get Right, Mac 10 for Draken, 2 AKs for Rez and Forrest. As they do group towards the ramp position, Maniac pushing through the CZ, gets close. Also close to the underworld. As he goes 6 feet under to his grave, and they rush down ramp in towards the B site. Dennis alone towards outside. We'll find the frag isolated onto Devil. But Twiner there towards outside of the blue box should be able to finish off the job that Devil did begin. Actually, no. Finds one. But eventually Alex is going to be taking him out. 4 versus 2, and Alex most likely going to be saving the UMP here. No reason to throw that one away. Save the Kevlar, save the UMP, drop the CZ over to someone else. And Logan can save the Kevlar as well. They can have a decent buy into round number... round number 18.
So yeah, going to be able to get away with the save. No one will actually locate them. Logan is actually just hiding behind the big box on ramp. So if they exit out and push up through ramp, then you might be able to find something if they hunt him, which it looks like they are. peeks into it, gets a bit confident. Doesn't work out well for him. Takes a bullet to the face. And another round for Nip there. One away now from getting all three off the back of the pistol. And then that's when the momentum will start to plateau as the buy will come out from LDLC. And that'll really be the true tale of how this half is going to start to go.
3 AKs, Mac 10 for Draken, UMP again for Get Right. As it is 12-5. Stacked towards the A site so far. Obviously, Alex onto the UMP. Where actually is he playing? Towards... Oh, he's boosted towards ramp. Okay, good position here as Draken maybe walking into his demise. Which he is. Frag found. So 5 versus 4 here. That's where things get awkward. Draken trying to go in towards the ramp position, get in towards Heaven. To meet up with NIP. Maybe overextending just a little bit. As Bomb, Rez, in towards Heaven. Forest. Nice shot there onto Alex. The UMP's taken out this one. Twan as well towards Heaven. As the frags start going in favor of the Ninjas.
Yeah, back in their hands now. As they have the advantage overall. Still 50 seconds left on the clock though. Get Right just holding to see if anyone's going to rotate out. Forest as well looking for the frag of Maniac if he does push. But he just Molotovs it and then falls back. Sticking to the Mac 10 that he's got in his hands. Ooh, could cut off the rotate on Get Right though. Kills him, upgrades to a UMP. Now it's a 3 versus 3 and it's still all to play for. It's anyone's game. But it's made a lot easier by the fact that Nip have AKs and they've got the ability to just cut them down seconds in there. Rips their way through them. It's a pretty good round. But there's a little bit of cash accumulated. Some extra Wonga for LDLC from the 2 frags they did find on the SMGs.
Round number 19. 12-6. And this is what we've been waiting for, Jack. Or not. They've gone for another save.
Yep.
They've gone for another save. Okay. I guess we're going to wait. LDLC. Putting a lot of trust into their AWP buys, putting a lot of trust as well into the utility buys. So they have gone for the full eco here. More of a quasi buy at that as they have armor to back up the AKs. They pick up their weaponry. And from a quasi buy, they might find themselves with the effect of a 4 buy as the Molotov actually goes through the metal sheeting there. Bomb. Dropped outside Squeaky Door. Maniac here as well. Devil the AK in towards the radio room. Spun it out in towards the back of T-Spawn as well. Dennis dealt with 13-6. LDLC picking up around him with the confidence of the CZs. Getting up close in towards radio room. They go for the hut crunch. And there you go, Jack. 13-6. And would you look at that?
That's pretty good. It's a good round to pick up. Obviously, it would have been the round of their actual buy, but instead they ran the risk of going for a bit of a cheaper save round. They made it work, though, with the CZs. The push goes heavily in their favor. It's now 13-6, and they also have the blessing of the reinvestment that comes out into this one. So you can get the AWP on Twanu, scavenged AKs there on Maniac and Devil. If they take down Ninjas here, this will be really good to set up for them to overall win this as they push out. They catch Alex, they do kill him, but they go 1-for-1 on the trades initially. Logan as well trying to stay alive, but it's another 1-for-1. They keep splitting these, but Maniac, death from above. It's all up to Rez to clutch it out. And that might be exactly what he does here. Finds 2 really wonderful kills with the AK. Falls back into a 1 versus 1 Devil. An AK and 46 HP versus Rez with an AK and 43 HP. If he catches him with the timing, just as he goes for, say, a bomb plant, that could be the difference maker. But Rez, he's actually going to be beelining it over towards the B-bomb site.
Oh, he's played it well, hasn't he? 1 versus 1 here. As the bomb goes down. Defuse kit for Devil. 40 HP for both of these players, but with the bomb going down, you have to be favoring Rez in this scenario. Devil going to be making the steps in. Rez hears it, knows exactly where it's coming from now.
Devil. Will he clear towards Dark Spot? That's where Rez is going to be playing from. Kills him on the run past. Takes him down. Ninjas get that round. And that also resets LDLC as well.
Yeah. They do have cash to work with. Obviously, winning the quasi-buy, they had $3,000 in their bank. Oh, they might actually just save it, Jack.
They could do. I mean, they could drop some CZs.
Well, I mean, if they full save, then they can buy on the next one, but they are going for the pause. They're trying to work out if it's worth it or not. Obviously, Devil can... Well, let's have a think, actually. 2 players could buy, but if they save, they get $1,900, so that's what? 7.8k for Maniac, so he can drop over an M4. Devil as well, going to get to, you know, $7,000 as well, so he can drop over an M4, and then Alex could buy as well. So they... Oh, wow, they're going to force it. Okay. Well, 13-7 up. Ah, it's a 10... Oh, must be the FPS again.
Common issue for LDLC on Nuke. Who knows? But they're buying up around it. At least from what we saw there. So, okay, yeah, it's the AWP on Twanu, M4 Devil, CZs on the rest of them. Let's see if it pays off.
Let's see indeed. Bomb left towards T-Spawn. This is going to be the default coming up from NIP. Not going to be rushing into things just yet. Twanu with the AWP towards A main, holding for the squeaky door peek from Draken, but actually Draken going to be onto the AK. Smoke outside towards ramp, so Manic playing passive off of that. As this is now quite the passive holder for both these teams. Secret stairs though, Devil with a bit of a whip, but eventually going to connect the shots. 5 versus 4. As now he signals that LDLC have bought, so maybe NIP going to be a bit surprised here with the firepower that's backing up behind the LDLC players.
Well, Maniac's been gifted an AK as he finds that kill. This actually could be a 14th round for LDLC now, as it's really going quite massively in their favor. Devil as well. Spots out the head of Rez, tags him up quite low, launches out a grenade to try and finish him off and send him to the underworld, but he barely holds on to his life. Twanu as well, quick flick. It's all up to Rez and Draken now.
Yeah. 5 versus 2. Great play to go in towards the secret stairs, catching Dennis off guard early on. And it all trickled down in favor of LDLC. 25 seconds left here for the soldiers in pajamas, or ninjas as well, if they want to be more discreet about things. Devil making his own hidey little hole, but instead they're going to go down a hole themselves. Alex finds 2 frags, 2 headshots. And there you have it, 14-7. LDLC 2 rounds away from closing this one out. Oh, this gets quite awkward now, Jack. Let's have a think. The LDLC win this round. They are tied with Fnatic, Envy, and then LDLC and a Go Esports are all going to be on 19 points. And then this all comes down to the new round difference that came from today, which is obviously not updated yet on the sheet. So 4-way tie for bottom.
Yeah, there was a lot of close results at the top and at the bottom in these last few weeks, keeping it very close together. We do have a technical timeout here for NIP as they fix an issue, then we'll be back in. But that was a flawless round for LDLC. No kills. Everyone was fine. They get through. 5 players love the back of the force. They all get their weapons for free as well, because they can now scavenge the AKs and the AWP they already had.
Yep.
This is looking really good. NIP's economy should be around 2.3k, somewhere around there. They're not going to have much. No. At most, they can go for a light investment if they want to, but even then, if you lose this round, that's 15-7. You then have so much of a slog. You can win 8 rounds, basically, without a mistake, and it's not going to be easy for them. Oh, they're investing into it as well. They go for the CZs.
They have to. I mean, are you realistically going to win a round, or sorry, are you realistically going to, bring it back to OT? 15-7 down. I mean, are you going to win 8 rounds in a row? It's so unlikely. Plus, as well, you get nullified points as well if you win. In overtime, it's 2 instead of 3. So you'd rather make it 14-8 and come back from that. Well, Devil holding for the peek in towards A main. As the outside control comes through with the CZs. Rez, get right towards radio rim outside of ramp. As Twanu is here with the AWP under heaven, expecting a play in towards ramp.
Fire below them as they push their way around. Alex just waiting for a highlight clip here as he'll peek out, finds the first on Draken and then sprints away. Gonna cheese it out of there and get somewhere a little bit safer to defend from as Dennis and Forrest are walking up towards him to try and take the firefight. He peeks out, he'll Pepper spray him down, still extending. Tags two of them up quite low, but the frags do go back in favor of Nip now. As Get Right leaves Maniac sleeping with the fishes, gets the bomb plant down. They're left into a 3 versus 4 in favor of Nip, with the bomb down on B as well.
There's no point to go for this if you're LDLC. No point at all. Devil, he needs to survive here so he can drop over an M4 to Maniac into the next round. Alex can buy into the next one as well. Just save it. LDLC looking rather desperate here. Twano with the AWP onto 2 HP. Smoke goes out towards the bomb.
Well, they are finding frags now.
There's no time.
But there is no time. You need to run away. And they're both sprinting towards the bomb as if they're going to go for the defuse. With quite literally a millisecond left.
What a strange round.
Like, they smoked it. They both sprint at the bomb.
There's no time.
You can hear the
panic.
You can hear the bomb. Like, I don't know.
Well. Strange events towards the B site. LDLC maybe trying to work out whether or not they should have gone for it and couldn't quite get a decisive call. As they go fast towards our side, Devil the saved AK. Peering in towards Silo. Dennis not going to make the same mistake and overextend there. Alex loving the position here towards the CT vent by the squeaky door. Devil spotted up potentially. Oh. Easily dealt with there by Rez. 5 versus 4. Here's the eco, obviously, coming out from LDLC. They can buy into the next round, so it should be the 9th here for NIB.
Well, Twanu kills Draken. Try to pick up his weapon there as well. Struggling to actually reach it. Sparks off instead and peeks out and allows Rez to get the frag onto him. There is a UI bug as well. There's 2 forests in the server.
Really?
Right. Yeah, look.
Oh, yeah.
Maniac's going to take a heavy hit there as he will be tagged up, left on 64 HP. Dennis towards outside. Eventually gets that kill, Maniac. But everyone's taking heavy hits. I mean, Dennis and Rez are both quite low. If Alex or Logan could at the very least force out 2 rebuys on that T side and make their lives a little bit harder, that would be quite nice going into the later rounds. As it would deny any chance of an economy to start growing for NIP.
20 seconds left. The bomb hasn't been planted just yet. As they do come in towards the A site. Dennis from above. Trying to bait out a shot from a play if there was one, Heaven. He's actually up to low HP here, so he's going to go down, and there's only 12 seconds left, Jack, so Logan.
You can just hide. Just hide and listen out. Wait for the bomb plant to go down. I mean, Forrest is going to get the bomb down, but it's a better situation to try and play around now. It's a 1v1. You've got time to work with. Dubious of the angles that are going to be in play here, though. Forrest playing further back, going to spot out the head, does kill him. They get the extra cash from the bomb plant as well. But still, quite a costly round for Nip. By no means a cheap one.
Round number 24. 14-9. As now we see the investment from LDLC. Warp for Twanu. 4M4 as well to finish with the rest of the CT buy. As a slow round comes out again from NIP. Okay, manages to sneak in through the vent now. Down towards the B site. Alex may have heard those steps. Smoke in towards Squeaky. Maniac has to be wary of a flank coming in from B. As Get Right's lurked all the way down. Dennis as well towards the secret stairs. This is going to be a round potentially for NIP.
Yeah, Dennis with a headshot there on Twanu. And now there's only 4 players left on the side of LDLC. It's a good start so far for Nip, but can they actually make it work off the back of this? Good beginnings. 55 seconds left as time starts to tick down. Dennis going to open up the doors towards the B site and scope in, look around, see if he can find any more frags. Maniac might walk straight into his crosshairs. Timing's a bit awkward there, though. So Maniac gets the idea, but here comes the push. It's all going to rely on Maniac going huge, but he can't do it. He's down on the ground. This should be a 10th round for Nip.
5 versus 2. Is Logan and Devil most likely going to be saving here. Remember, Jack, this was a 12-3 scoreline. And now it's gone 14-10. And this is where things get worrying for LDLC at closing out these matches. Logan in towards T-spawn. Get right, getting close there on the hunt. He comes through. So Get right. Get right only has a UMP in that duel, so we'll be losing it. So the bomb will explode, and Logan's dealt with as well towards T-spawn, so no M4 save for him. This is going to be the quasi-buy coming out now from LDLC, and with how these rounds are gone, the quasi-buy might not actually be too bad here for LDLC into round number 25.
Yeah, I mean, they've actually been able to find more success with a quasi-buy than they have done with their full buys, really. The aggression's worked a lot better for them. But let's see. Round 25 now, 14-10. LDLC, they've had this exact thing happen before, but they get through with such a dominant first half. Literally a crazy lead, and then they let it slip, and they lose out in the end. So is that going to happen again? As NiP right now, they're trying to make that prophecy come true once more. This time around, 14-10. NiP trying to extend out, fan around, and look for these frags.
Wow. Taser up close from Logan. It is going to be the full eco coming out, though, from LDLC. Only 2 plays buying Kevlar. That's Alex and Devil. Obviously, Devil not buying Kevlar this round, but saving it from the last round with the M4. Ooh, quick dink there actually from Twani onto Draken. So, 40 HP for Draken. Rez, and get right in towards lobby and radio room once again. As the push comes in towards another dink. Making them rather supple here. 40 seconds left in NIP. Are being tagged down 1 by 1 at this point.
Yes, nice. It's good picks. Good early tags there with the USP. He's crisp, and that's transferred over to his pistol skills as well. But it is going to be a ramp attack. They're going to try and run their way down it, slip in, get that bomb plant on the B site. It's a 5 versus 5 firefight. Still, Maniac comes through with 1 frag. Maniac eventually taken down as it is just left on Devil and Twanu, but it's a backstabbing Draken who finds the headshot.
10 seconds.
And the bomb's down. Devil, all he's got to do is defend the bomb, but he couldn't connect the shots on Draken there on the cross. Spans his way through, denies it. He's done it. That's match point now for LDLC. 1 round away from finding the win. Forrest getting through with 10 HP as well.
He died without making any money there as well. If he had died in the last second there, you would have $300 to buy into that round. So that would have been PT50, no Kevlar. 5 match points for LDLC, and of course, the tactical timeout going to be called now for NIP. As once again they lose and fall short to the pistols from LDLC. And Jack, that was only 2 sets of Kevlar, 1 M4, and USPs across the board. Twani doing God's work outside, landing those dinks.
Yeah, that was pretty huge, being able to land those shots with the USP. But he's always been quite effective with those cheeky little rounds. He knows how to be quite a nuisance. But that's the thing, Stans. I mean, for LDLC, it seems like they play with confidence when they don't have a great buy. They're able to try and be a little bit more loose about it. 9 times out of 10, it seems to work better for them than it did with the actual full buy.
Oh, it's a technical timeout. Wonder what the issue is right now, which team's also experiencing those problems. Probably going to be Rez's PC shutting off again.
Twanu's got high ping.
Ah, of course.
So that's not too great for him. So they're waiting for that to subside. Yeah, get more into a better position, obviously, till his ping goes down or restart the internet, I guess.
A blue moon.
But we are into what should potentially be the last round here, Snods. If this is going to be a 16-10 and a win for LDLC, or it could keep going for a little bit.
There we go, we're back. We're back in action. Full buy for LDLC. And a decent one for NIP. 4 AKs. CZ coming out for Get Right. As The bomb makes its way towards the outside portion of Nuke itself. In terms of the setup as well, Devil playing the off angle in towards the garage position, holding for an A main split. So actually got a good position here into this one. It seems like NIP won't go down the secret stairs. And Draken about to walk into the crosshair of Devil. Oh no, actually Draken just jumps over.
Oh, but there's the kill from Twani.
Swatted like a fly.
Yep, slaps him down. Leaves him on the right. Devil as well comes into effect back on Dennis. And Nip, they've only got 3 players left. Rez, Get Right, and Forrest are the only remaining men now on the side of NIP. They're going to start to fan around and look for a little bit more as they try and push out and go for a play into this one. Get Right comes in, taking down Devil with the CZ. Alex as well, going to extend out and hold the angle with the M4. Starts to fire through. Rez will kill him. Logan, it's up to him now to defend the A site. All on his lonesome, which he's doing quite an effective job of. That'll be the hat trick. Almost going his way. 2 frags, just leaves Get Right now in a 1 versus 2. Up against Twanu. Maniac. Maniac fluffs it. Fights on his lonesome.
What?
Don't know why he decided to go in on his own. And now leaves things up to Twanu with the AWP. That's a bit risky. I mean, you could have played that together as a team. Would have been a lot safer. Twanu just waiting now for the right time to go for this push out. Oops, spots out the back of Get Right. Finds the shot. And there you have it. They're going to split the series. LDLC actually take a map of NIP here.
Who would have thought that? 16 to 10. Well, we now have 4 teams at 19 points, Jack. This is where things get extremely awkward.
Yeah, everyone at the bottom here of the leaderboard is going to be tied up, really left in an awkward spot in terms of the relegation games and the auto-relegation spot.
Well, actually, Go played versus... Let me have a think here. That was yesterday. Oh gosh, just did the same thing as you did earlier. I was thinking of the wrong one. I swear. No. So, yes, a Go obviously played earlier, lost 0-2 to Envious. Envious had the 2-0 wins. They matched a Go at 19 points. Fnatic lost 2-0 to FaZe, so they stayed on 19 points. And now the 1-1 for LDLC, they've gone from 16 points to 19. So, yeah, things are getting quite awkward now.
Yeah, all these teams sitting on 19 points at the bottom of the board makes you wonder what's going to go down. Obviously, that will be shaped up off the last few games. There's still a couple of games to be played out between these teams at the bottom of the board, but it's interesting to see just how close it is at the top and bottom of this season of Pro League, Snots.
It is true. Well, game of the night, what was your favourite?
I don't know. It was an interesting one. I think the Envious versus a Go one could have been quite good. Yeah, the Cobble matchup. Hadji had a couple of nice frags there. That was quite crisp.
He did towards Matrix. That was nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, good games all around, but I don't feel like anyone got the results they were hoping for.
I think the amount of series splits we see today
is annoying because for G2 Hellraisers going 1-for-1,
yeah,
that's just awkward for both teams because now it seems like they've locked themselves out of top 6. Envious a Go, obviously the Envious 2-0 makes things awkward because now both teams are on 19, so it doesn't even solve the issues for Envious to get out of the auto-relegation spot. And for NIP, it's still going to be top 5, but for LDLC, it hasn't solved their issues once again to avoid auto-relegation. So the issue is, what is the future for this auto-relegation spot? Who's going to finish 14th? There's only a few more days to play.
Yeah, it's getting down to the final few days, really, and there's not too much left to work with between these two teams, really, Snods. I mean, for Nip, at least they had already got quite a few wins under their belts, but it's quite a sad affair because if they actually would have 2-0'd the series, the first map they win now puts them quite higher up in terms of where they were standing, right? Because you're sitting there at 4th place with 39 points. Instantly you jump up to the top place.
Yeah.
But if you would have 2-0'd the series, it would have really set you in stone with at least quite a nice little win streak there and a fair few points to actually play with. But instead, now they're kind of just sitting in the same position and it's a little bit awkward.
Yeah, obviously that does affect the seeding, but then again, they're going to be happy making it to top 6, making it to Dallas, making it to the LAN finals. And, you know, for me, going forward, it's quite awkward because you have this middle part of Hellraisers, Heroic, G2, where, and maybe even FaZe Clan as well, it depends on not. I mean, these teams are so close. The top 10 is just, I would say top 8 actually. Top 8 is almost, you know, irreplaceable. All these teams could be replaced each and every, you know, position on this ladder.
Yeah, it's very true. A very competitive season this far. Let's actually have a look at the results as well and give you guys an overview of how the day has gone so far.
It's a 1-1. Oh, Oh, I read that wrong then on the graphic earlier when we were in the studio. I read that wrong, Jack. It was a 1-1.
Oh.
Look, FaZe won the first map, lost the second one. So actually, FaZe are now on 35 points, and this gets a lot more awkward.
There you have it. Also, at the bottom there, Space Soldiers 2-0 in Hellraisers, after Hellraisers already losing in a 2-0 fashion. Actually, no, they split the series 1-1 versus G2 today. This is pretty good for Space Soldiers. This actually means I'm pretty sure they're guaranteed to be going to Dallas no matter what.
Especially if Astralis getting 2-0'd by Na'Vi as well. So yeah, Space Soldiers are going to be number 1 now. 46 points for them. And then obviously Na'Vi now at 44, so they're just behind them.
Yeah, I think that does actually mean that there is physically no way where Space Soldiers can't get to the LAN finals at this point. So that's really good for them overall.
Well, they've still got 4 more maps to play as well. So for Space Soldiers, 4 more maps, you know, 1 win maybe and they're guaranteed top 6.
Yeah, if they can try and get themselves a top seed as well. I mean, imagine if you go into that LAN final, your first time in Pro League with the #1 seed from Europe. That's
crazy,
huge.
Crazy, crazy. I mean, last it was Fnatic. And yeah, and back then that was when Na'Vi had to go to New York and play the relegation matches to stay in Pro League, and now they're poised to make it to the LAN finals.
Yeah, crazy stuff across the board there. But that is the end of the show for today. We are done and dusted, and this week it was a bit of a shorter one on the B stream. We've only had the 2 broadcasts. Tomorrow instead on the main stream there is still going to be games. They'll be kicking it off with North versus NIP. So if you're interested in watching that one, keep it locked to the main stream. But for the B stream, we're done for a while.
Yeah. Are you going to be coming back, mate? Or
we'll see what happens, mate. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
But as of right now, we are going to be having a bit of a hiatus here on the B stream before we come back in with some more games at a later date. The A stream, of course, will be going on with all that juicy action. So keep it locked there. And keep it locked to ESL for all news on ESL Pro League. But as of today, we are done, Snots.
Yeah, it took a while, but here we are. Another week, another ending, and good luck to all the teams.
Exactly. So for now, we're going to be heading off to bed, and we will see you in the next one.